Thank you for being a Bathwrap dealer. This is an overview of the step selling methodology prepared for you to help you sell more business on the first visit to the customer's home. The first step of the entry is to overcome any resistance and gain control. Understand, however, that the customer has 3 preconceived notions prior to you getting there. Number 1, they feel that you're biased. You're coming there to sell them something. Number 2, they feel that a smart consumer will always shop around and get estimates. And the third thing is that they shouldn't do this on the first visit. Our job as the salesperson is to change these preconceived notions, and it begins in the entry. The customer needs to feel as if you're credible, you have their best interest at heart, and that buying is easy. As you watch the training video and review the manual, watch how each step of the process will change those customers' preconceived notions. Hello,
Hi.
Jim.
Yes.
Jim, I'm Brian Smith from
Hi, Brian.
Bathwrap.
How you doing?
Hey, thanks for inviting us out to your home today. Can I come in?
Yep, come on in.
We go into kitchen table, I can set up all my stuff, and
Sure.
then we'll get started.
Come on in.
I'll follow you. Hello, Tracy.
Yes.
Hey, Tracy, I'm Brian Smith from Bathwrap. Thanks
Nice
for
to
letting
meet
me come out today. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Did the office explain to either one of you what was going to try to accomplish tonight?
You're going to sell us a bathroom.
Alrighty then. We're going to take a step further now. We're going to look at exactly what you need to have done in your bathroom, what you want to have done in your bathroom. If we
Okay.
can help you, we're going to give you exact specifications and a price so you have an easy way to make a decision. And if for whatever reason we can't help you, I'll do my best to point you in direction to get done what it is that you need. Fair enough?
Great.
Fair enough.
All right, it works best if we can grab a seat right here and I can get a
All right.
couple
Yep.
of things done before we step in the
Come on,
bathroom.
sit down.
Appreciate it, thank you. After completing the entry, we're going to segue into step 2, or the needs assessment. This is one of the most important parts of the selling methodology, because here we're going to uncover what the customer likes and dislikes about their bathroom. It's done in 2 parts. First part is done at the kitchen table with the iPad, asking the customer what they like and dislike about their bathroom. Follow the sequence of the questions to uncover their hot buttons. The second part is the actual inspection in the bathroom, where you're going to get the customer involved in pointing out the problem areas of the wet space. Jim, Tracy, and again, thanks for letting me come in your house. And I just have a couple of questions that if I could ask you, it'll help me determine what you like, what you don't like. This way I don't waste your time showing you stuff you're not interested in.
Great.
Fair enough? All right, first off, it's Jim and Tracy White, right?
Mhm.
And the street is 127 Baker,
Yes.
is that right? Okay. And the number that we called you on, is that your cell phone or home number?
Home.
Okay, what's the cell number?
630
Okay,
551
551.
4924.
All right, and did we get your email?
I don't know.
What is it?
Tracy
Uh-huh.
at yahoo.com.
Yahoo.com. All right. How did you hear about us? How did we get together?
We saw a flyer in the
Yeah.
paper.
Yeah.
Okay. What was it about the flyer that said, hey, I want to call these people right now and get some information about the bathroom?
Pretty bathroom.
Pretty bad.
Pretty bathroom?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Now, how long have you considered wanting to do something or just upgrading your bathroom?
Forever.
Forever? How long? How long you guys been in the house?
10 years.
About 10 years? And it's been bugging you for the 10 years that you've been in the house?
Oh, yeah.
All right. And what has made you decide to upgrade it now?
Money.
Okay. Anything else?
Just ready to
That's
make it
it?
pretty.
Yeah.
Ready to do it?
Yeah.
Okay. Have you seen some bathrooms that you really like other than the flyer that you looked at? Do you have ideas? Or do you want me to, we're gonna go through all the ideas today?
Yeah, we'll have to go
Yeah.
through
All right,
ideas.
Sounds good. All right, now you said you were in here 10 years. How old is the house? Is it 10 years or is it older?
20, 25 years.
Okay, about 20, 25, okay. Been in at 10. Now, how long do you guys plan on staying? And the reason I ask is sometimes when we go to a customer's house, we'll pull up, they have a for sale sign in their yard, and they're upgrading their bathroom to make it more marketable. They realize it's an improvement that has a return on investment. The other's just the opposite. They're gonna be here forever, so they're purely upgrading their bathroom for their own personal enjoyment. Do you see yourself, you're here forever, you move in tomorrow? Is it really a little bit of both?
Yeah, here forever.
Here
Yeah.
forever?
Yeah. Kids like the schools.
All right, and how many kids?
2.
2. And how many bathrooms?
2.
2.
Okay, and the bathroom that you want to upgrade, how many people use that on a daily basis?
All of us.
All, okay.
Yeah. Heavily used bathroom.
Okay, 4 people in it. And does that have a tub in it or is it a shower?
So,
Okay, a tub. All right, what do you like about the bathroom? You told me it's dated, you don't like, is there anything about it that you like?
No.
No. All right, what
Need
do
a
you,
change.
what do you dislike about it? You said it's old and dated, they're saying, what is that you really dislike the most about it?
I hate cleaning it.
Okay. Hate cleaning? Jim?
It always looks dirty.
Okay.
I mean, it's just hard to clean.
Okay, dirty,
Keep clean, yeah.
ugly?
Ugly, yeah. Dated, very dated.
All right. Does anybody in the family take baths in the tub?
The kids,
The kids do? When was the last time either of you had a relaxing bath?
not here.
Not
Can't even
here?
remember. Can't even remember.
So if you had a nice, beautiful tub in there, you might do some of those things, but right now, nobody's doing that with the kids.
Right.
Exactly.
Okay. All right, well, I tell you, I have enough information right now. What I'd like to do is take me to the bathroom, let me take a look at it, to make sure that we can even do something, see if we can make you happy.
We're not gonna be buying anything today yet.
Okay, I understand, and the first we have to do is take a look if we can even do something here, and if we can, we'll give you an exact price in writing, we'll take your business anytime that you want to give it to us, fair enough?
Fair enough.
More importantly, at the end of the day, you're gonna understand why more families like yours, when they do get ready to get their bathroom done, they pick Bathwraps over anyone else. You be the judge.
How much is this gonna cost, Brian? I mean, is it gonna be like $6,000–7,000? I mean, if it is, I think you're gonna be wasting your time here. We're just not planning on spending that much.
Okay, so obviously you have a budget in mind.
Yes.
And that's fine. Let's do this. Let me get a couple of quick answers to some questions here. We'll step in your bathroom, and we'll take some measurements, and I'll give you an exact price.
Okay,
All right?
fair enough.
Thank you. When we get into the bathroom with the homeowner, this is where we conduct the needs assessment. And we want to use the bath condition report with the homeowners and their bathroom. I know it's a small space, but the more pain that we can generate with their current situation, the better off, or the better chances we're going to have to sell them later. As you can notice here, this is a fiberglass one-piece unit. So one of the first things that stands out about this is that eventually it is going to start pulling away from the walls, and we want to check and look in those areas to see if that's already started. You can even take your bath condition report and poke it around up there and look for those. But once you take your initial look at it, give this to the homeowner, have them go through each of the items with you and just check them off the list as they go. So the current material is we have a one-piece fiberglass surround system, and we look, does it go all the way to the ceiling, which it doesn't, so there's going to be moisture issues up here. We step into the tub and start looking for the mold and mildew. So Tracy or Jim in this situation I would say to them, what's the first on the list under safety? And then say, okay, mold and mildew. Yes, it's present, or no, it's not. How often do you have to clean it, Tracy? Do you get mold and mildew issues, Jim? And are there any sharp edges? None inside the tub but out, but I noticed there's no safety grab bars. And you may ask questions, have you ever slipped stepping into the tub? Maybe not fallen, but did you ever feel like you were going to slip? So we can start adding the safety features along with it. Look for structural integrity, push on the walls, look for soft spots, look where it's peeling away. Those things mean that moisture could be getting behind the walls, which increases, again, the reason to have an acrylic system go all the way to the ceiling. Start looking for leaking in the valves. There's an old valve. Or pipe hammering, just turn on the faucet and turn it off. Check for the drain and puddling and see if you hear that noise behind the walls for pipe hammering. We check for soft walls, failing caulk, loose drains, slow drain. Turn on the drain, see how it flows, see if there's any puddling on the bottom. At the end of it, we just want to let them know that the problems that they have, we can fix. And we hopefully identified some more problems that they weren't even thinking about. But we have a solution. And when they select Bathwraps at the end of this, that we can do it efficiently, we can do it with peace of mind, no hassle, and more importantly, it can be done affordably. Well, the good news is we can definitely help you. I'm confident we have something that you're going to like and that you can afford. After completing the bathroom inspection, now we want to move back to the kitchen table and move into step 3, or the company story. The purpose of the company story is to build walls of value around you and your company that cannot be penetrated by the competition. It's important that you identify your exclusives that separate you from anybody else in your marketplace, and then sell them in a benefit delivery so that the customer can attach a value to it and make a decision that they only want to do business with you and your company. How much do you know about Bathwraps?
Just the flyer.
Just the flyer, yeah.
All right. I'd like to take a couple of minutes and introduce you to Bathwraps, show you how we're a little different than most remodeling companies out there. We're also going to go on a shopping tour, virtual shopping tour. Now that you have successfully sold your company as the only company that can do this work for them, now we need to move into the product. This step is broken up into two sections as well. The first step is taking them on a shopping spree. You're going to show them every option that is available in the marketplace and eliminate those, or more importantly, have them eliminate those options so that Bathwraps is the only viable option to solve their problems. Couple of pointers. Remember, sell the sizzle, not the steak. Emotions sell bathrooms, not facts and figures. It's you taking your product and showing them how it solves every problem that they have. Focus on the 5 key exclusives that Bathwrap's products offers them, so when we finish this step, we're going to take it home and deliver the price and sell the job. All the different options that are available. Now, your home, Jim, Tracy, it's typically your largest, most valuable investment, unless you've got a yacht or an apartment complex that you haven't told me about.
I wish.
But it provides comfort and safety. It's a place of pride, right?
Yep.
So the 2 main reasons for improving your home are to increase your personal enjoyment and to increase potentially the value of your home, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when you look at your house from the outside, it is beautiful. You guys have done a great job. It's a beautiful home. It's a great place to come home to, I'm sure. But what does it look like on the inside? You know, aspects like this take away from your personal enjoyment and devalue your home. And it may appear to look dirty, and in the beginning when it was first put in, I'm sure it looked beautiful, but over the years, just time has taken its toll.
Yeah, wear and tear.
Exactly. Now, when this bathroom was built, it was put together in the mid-70s, and the time the builder only had limited choices of materials to go in there. I mean, you've got ceramic tile, you've got cast iron tub, you've got wood around the windows, none of them waterproof. Right? So you wonder why it looks like that.
Yeah.
Now, a bathroom has the highest return on investment when it's remodeled, but it also has the highest cost per square foot to remodel. It's 5 by 7,
Mm-hmm.
You've got cabinets, and you've got plumbing, and you've got electrical, and all those things combined in that little space. So when people look at it that way, per square foot, it's more costly. Make sense?
Yep.
So what are the problems with the space? Homeowners recognize that there are problems in a wet space, and the most common are mold, mildew, unsightly appearance, difficulty to keep clean, as you're looking here, the out-of-date color.
Yeah.
Now, when this bathroom was new, it was something that somebody was proud of. But just time has taken its toll, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So mold. First is the matter of mold. Mold is toxic, and it enters your body through the air that you breathe. And in the wet area, what happens is, as you're taking a shower, now the bathroom never ever gets dry. You have 4 people that are taking a shower in there every day. So by the time you come to it the next day is really the only time that it ever really got dry.
It's like a rainforest in there.
Exactly, nothing waterproof. Next is soap scum. When a bathtub is brand new, it has a porous surface, and porcelain is porous. So the soap scum embeds in the pores, and how do you clean it? Now, you said earlier that you hate cleaning your bathroom. How do you clean it now?
You gotta scrub it.
Okay, and what do you scrub it with? You have like a big brush? That's okay.
Yeah, one of the brushes, it's the only way to get it off.
Mm-hmm.
And every time you scrub it, you take away anything that was on there to help keep the dirt and mildew from getting inside. So every time you clean your bathroom, you make in your tub area, you make it harder and harder and harder to keep clean. Were you aware of that?
No.
No. Thought we were doing the right thing, cleaning it.
Well, you
I'm
have
done
no
cleaning.
you have no choice, you know. And the mold and mildew not only grows in the grout, but it's the soap scum that's on there, and then the skin cells that come off the body when you take a shower. That's what the mold and the mildew grows on. So now you're in there and you're scrubbing it. How often do you clean it, Tracy? Jim?
Yeah.
At least every other day.
Every other day you're in there. You're scrubbing it, making it harder and harder to keep clean. No wonder it looks like that now 10 years later, right? Okay. Next is the out-of-date plumbing. The older homes like yours, the hot and cold, you had those 2 separate valves there. And the valve system's just old and outdated. Now, have you ever been, say, in the shower, Jim, and then all of a sudden it got really, really cold or really, really hot?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Tracy,
Yeah.
the pressure dropped right when you're trying to get all the shampoo out of your hair? All right, that's an out-of-date valve system that's in there. And it's something that you'll want to address as well. All right?
Okay.
Then you have damaged drywall. And all these things exist in your bathroom because the wet area surrounding the drywall is not waterproof. As the water went through the grout, that's what made those tiles loose back there. That's actually moisture getting back behind the walls. Okay? Out-of-date colors and styles. Need we say more?
No,
Okay.
No, no.
that looks like ours.
It's-
Yeah, that one we knew.
So what are the solutions that are available? We're going to take a look at every option that's available so you can decide for yourself what's going to be your best solution and give you the bathroom that you want. Fair enough?
Great, yeah.
All right. Now, would you agree that the success of this project is based on the choices that you make?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Well, when considering your bathroom, you can do nothing. You can choose temporary repairs or paint, or you can hire a contractor. Let's look at all your options so we can review them carefully. And we're going to look at every option that's available so that you can choose exactly what's going to do the right thing for you guys in your bathroom. Fair enough?
Good.
The first option is to do nothing. Bathroom problems don't fix themselves, and the unforeseen problems will only get worse. Now, I don't think I'd be sitting in your home right now if doing nothing was an option, right?
Correct.
Okay. But see, the unforeseen problems they're only going to get worse. Because the shower is constantly hitting the tiles, just like you have here, the water's going to continue to seep through there, and it's going to continue to have to be cleaned every other day. This video shows it best. Take a look at this.
Why does mold always grow on tile walls? Tile uses grout, which is made up of sand. Every time you take a shower, the water soaks into the grains of sand in the grout, then through the wallboard and eventually into the wood studs. Once the studs are wet, they rot, causing mold to spread back through the wallboard and grout.
Kind of looks like what's going on in your bathroom, doesn't it?
Yeah.
All right. So can you see why the amount of silicone or sealant can never stop all the water getting back behind the walls and causing the problems, right?
Yeah.
So then there's temporary repairs and paint. Now here's a picture of an old goldenrod style. Now,
Right.
I don't know if it was yours or not, that someone painted. All right. And fixing it yourself includes the recaulking, the regrouting, replacing of the tiles, and unless you're a professional in all those things, it doesn't have the greatest appearance. Now the tub remains the same, and although the retiling and the painting and grouting looks good initially, does it solve the problems that you have?
No.
No. So now, the other option is to hire a contractor. Most people say, this is a job for a professional, and they call in the contractor service, right?
Yeah.
Now, contractors offer various applications for the bathroom, and it's kind of look at each one so you can decide what works best for you. Okay?
Okay.
See, the first legitimate option you have is to tear out what you got right now and replace it with a fiberglass system. Have you ever seen those before? They're like the large one-piece systems that go
Yeah.
in.
Yeah.
Now, there are some advantages to doing that. Number one is it would be a lot easier to keep clean and maintain than what you currently have right now. But there's
Okay.
also a lot of disadvantages that go along with the fiberglass. Number one, how would they get it in here?
That'd be a trick.
You know, it's
Yeah.
6 feet long, 4 feet wide, 8 feet tall. You know, they gotta turn the corners and get it. And what happens is, they quote typically around $2,500 when you first meet somebody about putting this in, but they don't factor in the unforeseen costs that go along with that, which is tearing out your vanity, tearing out your toilet and all those things. Once they get it go, we gotta move all this stuff to get it in. Taking the door down and then putting it all back in. The other thing is that over time, fiberglass, since it is extremely porous, over time as you're cleaning it, you rub away that non-porous surface on it and the dirt embeds. Have you ever gone to a hotel or stood in a fiberglass, you look down and it just constantly looks dirty?
Yeah.
They're frequently used in new home construction. And you walk into a new home, and you look at it and go, oh, look at this beautiful bathroom. Well, new home construction typically is not the contractor or the home builder putting the highest quality materials inside of there. They're putting the lowest cost materials in there to drive a profit, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Now, considering you don't like the way that your bathroom looks now, you hate cleaning it every other day, and you definitely don't want to continue doing that, would you put in $5,000 to $6,000 worth of a fiberglass surround? Is that really a legitimate option for you guys?
No, it doesn't sound
No.
like it'll fix it in the long run.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's talk about reglazing. This is another legitimate option. Are you familiar with what reglazing is?
A little bit.
Okay.
That's where they paint it?
Exactly.
Okay.
There's actually two different types. They all call them reglazing, but most is just painting. For around $1,900, somebody comes in and they paint your tub. Somewhere as low as $500. If you see prices advertised for $1,000, $800, reglaze your tub, it's not reglazing. What they do is they just paint it. And since it is a non-porous surface, and in the 70s, once they took the lead out of paint, it don't stick to it. So to do it properly, what they have to do is electrically charge the tub, and they use an electrostatic process that they coat the walls in the tub with, and that is legitimate reglazing. Now, do you have any pets?
Yes.
Okay, so you, the 2 kids, and all the pets have to leave the house for about a week because it's a caustic process. You can't run any of the heating, the air conditioning, or anything. You have to leave the house for a week after it's done, and then you come back in, and it's still not permanent. About 2 to 3 years, maybe 5 years is what you would get out of it, but you still have the same problems.
Starts chipping and scratching?
Absolutely. If you drop something, it's not as good of a material as the porcelain that you have in there. If this was an option, I'd say keep what you got, just keep cleaning.
Yeah.
I really wouldn't recommend the reglazing. But you still have the grout. So you still have the mold and the mildew, you still have all of those issues in there. Now, you're spending $2,000 or $3,000, something like that, or as low as $1,000 to reglaze it. Considering that it doesn't solve your problems, is that something that you want to do?
No.
That was only gonna last 2 years, something like that, no.
Even if it lasted 5,
Yeah, still.
you guys said you're going to be here forever.
Mhm.
Right.
How many times do you want to remodel your bathroom, I guess becomes my question.
No. That's it.
Hopefully once.
One time, and once over, not over and over, right? You don't
Right.
have to keep doing it again, okay. So here's what seems to be an option that everybody feels is all they can do, which is to tear out what they have and then put exactly back in what they have. A porcelain cast iron tub and ceramic tile walls. And anything that you do in there will look better than what it does right now, the day that it's done. But it's every day after that that we're really considering, right?
Right, long term.
Yeah, you can tear out the tile, put it back in, but and it's relatively inexpensive, I mean, $3,000 or $4,000 easily, and it's done. Could take a couple of days of construction, so that's a downside. Like these other options, that fiberglass unit could be 2 or 3 days.
Okay.
The marble and granite could be 2 or 3 days, this could be 2 or 3 days. And everybody, that's kind of inconvenient,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
But since it doesn't solve any of your problems, are you going to do that? Are you gonna tear out what you have and put in ceramic?
No.
No,
No.
look for some little bit, more longevity, more permanent,
Okay.
one-time fix.
Now, in the ad, when it said remodel or replace your bathroom in a day, how intriguing was that to you?
I like that.
Okay,
Right.
all right. This is it's a big feature.
Well, you have to take one day off work,
Right.
which is a big thing.
Okay. I'll write that down. There's some things about installation that, you may be able to go in a little bit later and come home a little bit earlier instead of taking the whole day off. I'll share with you how that works. Now, this is a very desirable option. That is to take out what you have and replace it with granite or marble. And typically when people want to go with granite and marble, you want the full sheets of granite and marble. Now
Right.
you're at $15,000, $16,000 to do that, and again, how would you get it in? Are they gonna bring a crane, cut a hole in the roof, drop the sheets in? They're bringing in granite tiles. There may be 12 or 14-inch granite tiles that they rip out what you have, and then they put the granite or marble tiles up. What do you still have if you have granite and marble tiles?
Still the ground.
You still have grout. So you have less of it, replacing from your 4-inch tiles to these 12 or 14-inch, but it's still not going to solve your problems, right?
Yeah.
Now, the other thing is the construction with it is a long time. The granite and the marble tiles are so heavy, a lot of times they got to reinforce behind the walls to get it up there. So this $15,000 number could go up.
That's out of the question.
I don't even like the 15,000.
No.
All right, don't like that? Or you want to spend more?
No.
No.
Oh, okay, less, all right, I got it, got it.
Okay.
Now, there's a total tear out. Here's another consideration. I don't think it's for you, but it is an option that you have. Grenade in, blow it up, start over, all right?
All right.
You rip it all out and start over. Now, your vanity's in good shape, toilet's in good shape. You might, the floor's in good shape. You might change all that. It doesn't, really affect this, but you could tear it out. The problem with the tear out is definitely the time. The average construction time on a tear out is anywhere from 8 to 12 weeks. And I don't think that's really an option for you, right?
No.
Have you guys ever heard of Remodeling Magazine?
No.
No.
Okay, now, do you guys work inside the home or outside the home?
Outside.
Outside.
What do you do, Tracy?
Retail.
Retail? Jim?
Engineer.
Okay, Remodeling Magazine is our industry trade publication. You might have Engineering Today, you might have Retail
JCPenney's
Today,
catalog.
JCPenney's catalog. That's your industry trade publication.
Okay.
Every year, they produce a report called Cost versus Value. And they compare the cost of all the top remodeling projects and put down what an average price for a remodeling project would be and what a homeowner could expect to gain in return value to their home once the project is done. And they research over 100 real estate experts, appraisers in the area to come up with that number. And as you can see here, the average cost of a major bathroom remodel is how much?
15,000.
$15,000 and an average of 12 weeks of construction.
Wow.
It does return an average of 85%, so it's not all that bad. For every dollar you put in, you get 85 cents back into added value to your home. Now, is this really an option for you? Grenading it, starting over, and going with the new bathroom?
Not really.
Yeah, didn't really plan on doing the whole thing, just, just the bathtub and tile and stuff.
Okay. Well, there is a better way, the good news for you is, and it's the Bathwrap's way. Now,
Okay.
Bathwraps is a permanent solution at less than half the cost of a major remodel. Now, you've been living with acrylic all of your life. You like that?
Yep.
Half the cost of a
Half the
major?
cost.
Tracy, you okay with that?
Yeah,
Okay.
good.
It's, you've been living with acrylic all your life. Have you ever heard of Corian?
Mm-hmm.
It's an acrylic resin countertop.
Okay.
Jacuzzi
Yep.
as a hot tub, the #1 hot tub brand name in the world. And then you have Bathwraps. All three acrylic products are non-porous, maintenance-free, lifetime durable products, and those are the materials that we want to use and suggest for your bathroom.
I like
Okay with
that.
I
that?
like that, yeah.
Now, Silver Ion is a new product upgrade that's in the acrylic material that we use. Well, in a bathroom, acrylic no mold or mildew will ever grow on acrylic because it's non-porous and there's nothing for it to grow on. Mold needs 3 things, and mildew needs 3 things for it to grow. It needs moisture, it needs a temperature above freezing, and a food source. If you take one of those away, mold and mildew is not going to grow. We can't take the moisture out of the bathroom,
No.
right? And you're not going to keep it at 31 degrees inside of the bathroom.
No.
No,
So we gotta-
very uncomfortable.
We're a little uncomfortable. We got to take the food source away. Now, acrylic doesn't have a food source, but soap scum, dead skin cells, the proteins in the shampoos and stuff that you use will always get on top of the acrylic. So we moved into Silver Ion. Silver is the only natural product that repels and prevents mold and mildew growth, not silver.
That's
And it's
pretty cool.
impregnated into the acrylic, so you're not going to have to worry about cleaning it every other day. It's going to have a hard time, mold and mildew is going to have a hard time growing on the soap scum and the proteins from those things. So it's virtually a maintenance-free bathroom.
All of our bath and shower systems offer you the added protection of Silver Shield. Tiny silver ions are infused into our products for the lifetime of your system. The ions attack microbe cells to prevent bacteria from growing and reproducing. Bathwraps gives you double antimicrobial protection. Our non-porous virgin acrylic systems prevent microbes from penetrating the surface, and the Silver Shield Silver Ion technology helps prevent microbial surface growth. Cleaner, fresher, healthier. More benefits with Bathwraps thanks to Silver Shield. Our exclusive Silver Shield, the antimicrobial protection that never stops protecting.
Is our manufacturer. And their attention to detail and quality control, I think, give you the peace of mind of knowing that you are making the right decision. So just take a quick look at that.
Okay.
Bathwraps relies on the most advanced technology and our passionate and committed employees to create high-quality bathtubs, showers, accessible bathing products, wall systems, and accessories, all backed by a lifetime warranty. Our state-of-the-art manufacturing facility features our proprietary vacuum thermoformer, a powerful machine which ensures the highest quality production. We produce tub and shower liners and replacements made of 100% virgin acrylic. We can make virtually any size you need, and our products are stylish and easy to clean. No worries about mold or mildew. Our replacements feature a solid 3-wall flange, ensuring waterproof installation by our certified dealers. We are committed to quality throughout the process, and each unit is thoroughly checked on our testing table, which is leveled to within 1/1000th of an inch. We also conduct a drain test to make sure the unit drains properly with a good steady flow rate and without any puddling. So whether you're replacing an existing tub with one of our soaker models, switching that old tub for a roomy walk-in shower, or just updating your shower with a new shower pan and gorgeous new walls, you can start each day knowing that you've chosen the finest products from the finest manufacturer and dealer network. Bathwraps.
Now, in 1998, Mark Smith patented this process. I want to show you this. Here is your new tub. It's a little small. We're going to make it a little bigger. But what we make is an exact fit tub. As you can see here, Mark Smith patented this thermal press machine. And it is the same technology that anybody else out there would use, but since we own the patent, we're able to do something a little bit different. First of all, this is first run virgin acrylic. It's not a recycled material. So it's stronger, much more durable. Go ahead. Harder. Get in there. So it's durable. You got 4 people in there. Let's just say that each of the 4 people that get in this tub every day to take a shower or bath weighed 100 pounds. That's 400 pounds a day that's standing in this tub. If you put something of a recycled material in there that could crack or splinter or fade or anything like that, you're going to have problems with that. That's one reason that we use it.
Okay.
Now, it does cost a little bit more to have, virgin acrylic material versus a recycled acrylic, but it is more durable, things like that. I'm sure that you can see. It's worth a little bit more to invest if you're going to do your bathroom one time, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Now, the other thing about it is since it is a custom-made product, this is going to be an exact fit tub. We have virtually every tub that was ever made in the world in inventory at our factory. We're going to take precise measurements of your tub, we're going to put them into our system, and we're going to know exactly what tub it is, and we're going to make this to go right over top of your existing tub. Everybody else does what's called an almost fit tub. They know that there's about 5 or 6 different tubs within a range, and they'll make one liner, bring it in and fill in the gaps with stuff. Now when you do, what happens when you just start filling in the gaps? If you had a liner going in over your tub, what do you think could happen if you were just start filling in the gaps?
It'll start to wear and tear.
Yeah.
Start moving around.
That's the worst part. Have you ever been into it, going back to a hotel or somewhere and it felt a little spongy?
Yeah.
Okay, that's an almost fit tub sitting in there, and there's moisture and water has gotten up underneath of it and they float. This is guaranteed never to do that. You starting to like it so far?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's starting to sound like a solution?
Yeah.
So really, what is peace of mind? Peace of mind is beautiful. Was there anything about that you looked at and said, this is ugly?
No,
No, it's
I
beautiful.
liked it.
And it's permanent. It's UV stable because it's virgin. It's not going to fade. It's not going to discolor. It's not going to chip. It's a permanent solution for your bathroom that's also inexpensive.
I'm liking that.
It's also durable. Now, we'll get into just a little bit more of this, but this is one of the unique features about this system that separates it from anything else, is the process of which that we actually attach it to your bathroom. And it's a unique fusion process that's called a triple lock seal that prevents any water or anything from ever getting back behind the walls. First is you've got sealant, then you have a flashing piece, and then the acrylic goes into it and it's sealed again on the inside. Guaranteed no water ever coming behind it. So we're able to put this right over top of your existing tiles and over your existing tub. Start in the morning early, leave in the day a little late, and it's done in a day.
I like that.
And it's practical. It's the only tub in the industry with silver ion protection, which reduces mildew. It's 100% pure acrylic. The water stays warmer 30% longer. Remember I was asking you earlier about taking baths. One of the reasons I didn't like it is the water would get cold right when I was getting comfortable and then I had to hop out.
Yeah.
The water stays 30% warmer longer, so it's less wear and tear on your hot water heater than is some place that you might want to enjoy taking a bath later. Looking at the products or just the samples that we have right here, is this something that you like compared to the other options that we
Definitely.
discussed?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's also affordable. This does cost pennies on the dollar compared to a major remodel, and that's good news when you're
I
looking
like
at
that.
$15,000 on the average.
Right.
You guys want to design your bathroom?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's see what we can do.
We're going to look at some samples, and normally, when we finish up a presentation like this, we'll get 1 to 3 responses. The first is when the customer, the homeowner says, hey, we like everything we see and would like to do it, and I can tell you, I like to hear that a lot. The other is just the opposite, say, no, this isn't for us. And we don't have a problem with that because we do understand that we're not for everyone. The ones that give us the issues and the problems when people say, hey, I'm going to have to get back to you maybe, and I need to think about it, and here's why, we call back. Okay, we follow up and we call and call, often become a nuisance, only to find out that you really wanted to say, hey, no, this isn't for us. I just want to put you at ease and let you know that if everything that we go through today looks good and you want to do it and it's affordable, you can go ahead and say yes. However, if anything that I show you, you don't like or you disagree with, don't hesitate to say no, and I'll take that no as gracefully as it will a yes. Fair enough?
Okay.
All right, well, let's take a quick look at this video on the actual installation process.
How can we replace your slippery, hard-to-clean bathtub with a beautiful, roomy shower? First, we take exact measurements of where your current bathtub is. Then, the day we come back to install, we carefully remove all plumbing fixtures, accessories, and your bathtub. We clean all surfaces using our antimicrobial cleaning fluid to get rid of any mold and mildew, and to make sure your new custom walls and shower will adhere perfectly to all surfaces. We also apply Everset sealant to attach your custom fabricated shower base to the floor. We put in shower wall board to cover the wood studs and our exclusive triple lock seals in each corner. Then, we apply our exclusive Sure Bond adhesion system to your existing walls using Everset sealant on every surface to ensure that your custom fabricated walls will never pull away. The new walls are installed, extending all the way to the floor. This provides a water guard to prevent damage outside the shower. All of our bath and shower systems offer you the added protection of Silver Shield. Tiny silver ions are infused into our products for the lifetime of your system. The ions attack microbe cells to prevent bacteria from growing and reproducing. Our exclusive Silver Shield, the antimicrobial protection that never stops protecting. Once the walls are in place, we install your new plumbing fixtures, shower seat, and the personal custom touches you desire. To complete our 100% leak-proof system, we carefully prepare all seams and apply seam lock. Now you're ready to enjoy your beautiful new shower featuring its Sure Step design.
Brian and Tracy, I know you're excited, so let's build that bathroom of your dreams. Now with that shower that we're going to put in your house, first thing we need to decide is what color shower basin you'd like to put in. We have 4 colors to choose: white, sandshell beige, cory topaz, or gray. Would you ever consider a gray shower pan?
No.
Okay. Right, more of an earth tones, maybe the cory topaz or sandshell beige?
What do you think?
Whatever you want.
No, I think white.
White to match the toilet you have in your bathroom now?
Yes.
Okay. Now we can do a white shower pan, white smooth walls, and chrome fixtures. That's part of our value collection. But let's take a few minutes and build that dream bathroom today. Okay. So with that white shower pan, we have a couple colors here to choose from. Would either one of these catch your eye with the shower pan?
I like those.
Which one?
Both.
Okay, she likes both.
Okay. How about either one of these two?
No.
Okay. Last two?
I like this one.
Like that one? Okay. So, if I ask you to simply close your eyes with that white shower pan and open them up, which one would you prefer?
This one.
This one. All right.
Glad you said that's the one I like.
All right.
Now,
You work well.
we can do the walls in a nice smooth finish, nice and easy to clean, or we could do it with a bit of a texture. You mentioned earlier you like the look and feel of tile, but don't like the maintenance of all the grout lines. How about we add a little texture to it, maybe in a 4x4 sculpted finish, or subway tile, even a 4x4, or as you see on my iPad, we have a stone pattern, or a random stone pattern, or an 8x10. Would you like to add a little texture to that wall system?
I
I
do.
think, yeah.
I do.
Okay. Which one would you prefer? Do you like the stone pattern or the 8x10?
I think the bigger pattern.
Okay, so the 12x12 slate?
Yeah.
Fantastic. Now, we also have a couple other premium collection colors. Let me just show those to you also. With that white shower pan, do you prefer either one of these walls?
I don't like them.
Okay. How about these?
I think I like this one.
Okay. And the last three.
No.
Nope.
Now this one has quite a drastic pattern, so it shows
Oh,
better
wow.
in the photo. Still no?
I don't like it, nope.
No.
I like it too, I like it too.
All right. So when it comes down to this one in a 12 by 12 stone pattern, or this one in a nice smooth finish, just to show you, we have these beauty shots on the back with that white shower pan. Which one would you prefer?
You can't do the tile in this one,
No, this one is always a smooth finish due to the large pattern to it.
and I think I like this one.
Okay, well, great. So let me get you a price. I'll get you a price on a white shower pan, the Moroccan marble walls, and the 12 by 12 slate. Now, we're also going to build that bathroom custom for you. So it's going to include many accessories. A new pressure balanced faucet, so there's no scalding or freezing out of the shower. We also include a flush mount soap dish for the bar soap, keep it nice and dry. Then we also include 2 prairie shelves with every project. This is a sample of our prairie shelves. They hold 2 to 3 bottles of shampoo. I noticed when I was in your bathroom, you have 9 bottles of shampoo. Do you feel that 2 shelves would be enough?
No.
How many would you like?
Can we do two in each corner?
Sure. 4, would that work for you too?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now we're also going to include 2 grab bars. When you showed me how you step in and out of the tub, we're going to put a nice short grab bar on that side where you step in and out, and then 1 on the back wall. Do you feel that 2 grab bars would be enough?
Yeah.
All right, great. So the next step we're going to go through is to look at the fixtures we have available. Now we mentioned that we include the chrome Chateau pressure balanced faucet with every project, but we also have it in a more of a decorative finish, larger shower head, in the oil rub bronze, brushed nickel, or chrome in the Kingsley collection. When it comes time to choose your bathroom, which one would you prefer?
I like the Kingsley.
Me too.
In the oil rub bronze finish?
Yes.
Yes, just-
All right, great. Then we also have handheld showers on a slide bar, or even some with a rain shower head and body sprays. Would you ever consider adding any of these to the package?
I don't know.
I'm not really into those. I just like,
So just staying with the
Yeah.
Kingsley faucet and the oil rub bronze?
right.
All right, great. And then we're also at that point, since you chose the oil rub bronze finish, we'll also upgrade the grab bars to have the matching finish on the grab bars also.
Love it.
All right. Now let me just show you the other options that are available. We have wainscoting, which goes around the rest of the room, about halfway up, to update the other half of the bathroom. Would you ever consider adding wainscoting to the bathroom?
I don't think at this time, is that something you can always do later?
We can always do that at another point if you'd like.
Okay.
And they
Is
also
that all
have,
right with you?
Yes.
All right, sorry.
they also have built-in seat options. Here's a shower pan with a molded-in seat. Nice and comfortable. I don't know if you'd ever consider adding a seat to your shower, or even some of these that have a built-in bench seat or a prairie seat.
I don't know if we need a seat, but I do like the bench seat. I like the way that looks.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
Let's get it in there.
Okay. It's going to be your bathroom of your dreams. You can build it any way you like. Now we're going to include a new curtain rod with every fixture, with every project. And that's going to match the faucets.
Everything looks good, but the best product that you could have out there, if it wasn't installed right, what would happen?
Wouldn't be the best product.
Yeah, you're gonna have a problem.
Have a problem.
Again, now I know we briefly touched on this earlier. Tub, triple lock seam. This is the way that it looks. All right, so once, on the first day, the best way is just to kind of look at it right here. On day 1, we come and we show about 8 o'clock, this is what your bathroom looks like.
Okay.
Then they remove the fixtures, they're gonna take the valve out, then they're gonna prep the tub. And once they prep the tub and the walls, they clean it with an antimicrobial solution. So if there was anything on there, once they put this up, no other issues are gonna happen afterwards.
Good.
At about 11 o'clock, this is what your bathroom looks like. Then at about 3 o'clock, it starts coming together. And at 6 o'clock, you got a brand new, beautiful bathroom.
Wow.
It's fast.
Happy with
Excited.
that?
Yeah, yeah.
Now, care and maintenance, we've talked about what, it's maintenance free, you don't have to do anything with it. There is some care and maintenance that goes along with it, so it's not like Tracy.
Shucks, you know.
So lightly spray your acrylic system with any non-abrasive cleaner we recommend like a Kaboom or something that's scrub free, nothing, because if you put an abrasive on it, it's gonna scratch the surface. Non-abrasive, wipe it down, you're not gonna have any issues with it for as long as you're in this home.
Okay.
Right,
That sounds nice and easy.
right. No scrub brush.
No scrub brush, you can throw it away, you can retire it.
I love it.
Are there any questions for me?
I don't think so.
Okay. We looked at the way that we've done business, our company and our reputation, and you felt pretty comfortable with it at that time. Do you have any questions about our company and our reputation and the way that we do business?
No.
Have you had a good time tonight?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah.
So you feel comfortable with the company? We looked at
Yes.
all your options and you said, none of those, the fiberglass or ceramic tile or granite didn't solve your problems, that you wanted the Bathwrap system installed in your home. Do you still feel that way?
Yes.
Yeah.
At this point, it's really gonna boil down to money, the investment. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, money, yeah.
Okay. Our customers tell us that, hey, Brian, if you can make this thing affordable, we'd like to do it. If we can't, we can't. Is that where we stand?
Yes.
Yeah.
So we got the bathroom you want, we put a package together that you're comfortable with, we can put you on the installation schedule right away, right?
Okay.
Jim, Tracy, before we get into, all the stuff, I guess, what's really gonna be the most important to you guys in making this decision, picking who you're gonna do it with, what you're gonna get, all those things? What's the most important thing to you guys?
Price is gonna be a big, big factor.
All right, price is a big one.
Yeah.
Tracy?
Probably the price.
Okay, pricer, you got 2 on the price.
Mhm.
What else?
The job's gotta be done right, it's gotta look great when it's done.
Okay, job right, so we could say the installation, the actual people that are installing it, all of those things.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
What about the company that's actually providing the service? Pretty important.
Oh, definitely.
Mhm.
What about maybe service or warranty things after the fact, if something down the road needs adjusted or anything like that? Is that pretty important to you too?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Warranty is a good
Yeah.
thing.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Big one. So we've got price, we've got installation, company credentials, warranty service, all these things are gonna wrap up in your overall decision, right?
Yeah.
Now, is it safe for me to say that when you find a person or a company that gives you everything that you want out of these things that are important to you, that's who you're gonna pick to do the work?
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So if you feel that way about us or me at the end of this presentation, would I have at least earned the right to ask you for your business?
Yes.
I would think so.
All right, great. Step 5, price. We're almost there. In step 5, or price, we're gonna calculate the total investment for their new bathroom. We're gonna isolate that affordability is the only remaining concern, take them back to the bathroom, go over all the options with them, get a commitment that this is the bathroom that they want, then we're gonna come back to the kitchen table and segue into the close. All right, Jim, Tracy, here we are, ready to go. You guys ready to know how much the investment's gonna be?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
All right. Now, earlier when we first sat down, we started talking, you indicated that price was gonna be one of your major concerns.
That's
And
correct.
you also mentioned a reliable company, warranty, service, job done right.
Mhm.
And you mentioned that the company that satisfied you in each one of those areas would be the company that would earn your business.
Yeah.
Now, other than price, because we haven't talked about that yet, have we exceeded or met your expectations on all the other ones?
Yes.
Yeah, it looks great.
All right, excellent. Just so you know, I'll be giving you a couple of options today. First of all, we operate out of a retail price list, and that's our everyday low price, it's good for a year. And then since you got that flyer, there was an offer on there, and that offer's 10%. And that comes right off, and that is time sensitive, so that offer is valid for the next 30 days. Then we also have an initial presentation incentive, and if that's something that you're interested in, I'll share that with you. Fair enough?
Okay, yeah.
Step 6, the close. At this point, your prospects should have given you some major commitments, and it's important that you make sure you've received all of these commitments before you go into the close. The first commitment you should have gotten was the need commitment. That was done in the bathroom. Second was your company story. They committed that your company was the one they wanted to do business with. The third commitment was that they eliminated all other options. The fourth commitment was that Bathwraps was the solution to their problems. The color and the design is everything that they wanted. And the last commitment was that affordability would be the only thing standing in the way of making this decision. The closing sequence has 10 steps. The first step of the close is to reintroduce the cost versus value report, so they can look at that average cost of a bathroom compared to what the total investment for the Bathwraps bathroom is going to be. Second step of the close, proposal price and terms. This is where you deliver the total investment and show them how easy it is to get started, and a couple of different options, whether it be cash, finance, or credit card. The third step of the close is to assume it. It's called the assumption close, simply assume the order. If for some reason they decide not to move forward at that point, move into the next closing step, the is it isolator, followed by the total offer concept, and then the initial presentation discount. This should be where you get the majority of your orders. If for some chance they don't, continue with the closing sequence, deliver the assurance of lowest price, the downgrade close, the consultation summary, and the 3-question close. Watch how this process will walk you right through and get you in order. Now, do you remember when we discussed what the average cost of remodeling a bathroom was? Remember what that number was?
15,000.
15,000 bucks. Now, here's why I bring it up. Most of our customers tell us one of the main reasons they do business with Bathwraps is because it's an exceptional value compared to what the average cost of a remodel is. And I'm sure if you felt it was an exceptional value, you'd be more inclined to want to move forward with this project too, right?
Yeah.
All right, but this is a major remodel. We're just talking about, for you, which you don't need the major remodel, we're talking about your tub and your walls. So I like to put a even comparison of numbers side by side.
Okay.
So let's start with the vanity. If you had to go buy a vanity, right now, buy a good vanity, what do you think that would cost you?
Couple hundred?
Couple, yeah.
Let's get a good one, 1,000 bucks.
Oh, wow.
All right.
Splurging.
I like it.
And here it's also flooring, accessories, the toilet, and those things as well. So we gotta replace a toilet. What do you think?
Couple hundred,
A
probably.
couple hundred? Again, we'll upgrade it. We'll get another good. We'll go 500 on the toilet. Flooring is 5 by 7. A tile floor could run $1 a square, $4 a square foot. You have 35 square feet in there.
Okay.
So that could be 500 or 600.
Yeah.
But let's upgrade it. There's $1,000 in there for the floor. Then all the rest of the accessories to go into the bathroom. You know, you've got your painting of the walls, your fixtures, your light bridges, and all those things. Could we say that could easily total up to maybe another 1,500 bucks?
Yeah.
So by taking these items out of this, it gives you a better idea of what the actual wet area of the bathroom costs in this average. Let me get my calculator. All right. 1,000, 500, 1,000, 1,500, it's $4,000. From the 15 would leave $11,000. Make sense?
Okay.
For the wet area of the bathroom. See where I got that number from?
Yeah.
See, we can do all the customized work that we discussed, which is the Andes tub, Sierra marble, textured walls, new valve, new fixtures, curved rod, installation in a day, maintenance free, $99.95. Can you appreciate why more families like yours, when they do business with Bathwraps because it is such a great value compared to what the average cost is?
Yeah.
This price is good for 365 days. It's our everyday low price. If we have a material increase during that time, if we have a labor increase during that time, it doesn't affect you. Is that fair to you?
Yeah.
I like that.
All right. Now you got the coupon. $995. Brings your total investment down to just $9 even. And this price is good for 30 days from today's date. Show you how easy it is to get started. We have a cash plan and we have a budget plan. Typically on the cash plan, we take a 50% deposit with the order, which in your case would be only $41.85. Then we order it, we install it, we walk through, you walk through with us, and when you say we're done, and we pick up the other $41.85. The next is our budget plan. Instead of the 50% deposit, we take a 10% deposit, which in your case is $837, and the balance of $75.33 would be handled on a budget plan, meaning you can pay it off if you want 30 days after the installation, no carrying charges, setup fees, or anything like that, works as cash, or $163 per month. Pay it off at any rate that you want. Jim, Tracy, which one of these plans works best for you guys?
I don't know, we don't really buy the first night, you know, we like to usually think about it, mull it over, talk it over.
Now, other than that, is there anything else that'd be standing in the way of you guys getting started with this project? Tracy, what are your thoughts?
I don't think so. I think we just need to discuss
Yeah,
it and
just need to discuss it.
see how it fits within our budget.
Okay. And just before I pack up my stuff and go here, do you have any other questions for me?
No?
All right.
No.
And just, I guess from my understanding, we looked at all the products that were available, and you said you wanted this. You still feel that way, right? This is the type of system that you would like to have installed in your home?
No,
Oh
definitely.
yeah, we like it.
Okay, you're not going with granite or reglazing or?
No.
Okay,
No.
not
No.
doing that.
No.
And then when you looked at the way our company does business, you indicated then that you felt comfortable with it. Still any questions about that? Or you still feel comfortable with our company?
Mm-hmm.
Any questions about the installation, warranty, or service? Do you feel it would take care of you in the end?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then right before I put the packages together and got into the total investment, you guys indicated to me that money would be the only thing that would be standing in the way. Do you recall our conversation?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is it the total, the deposit, or the monthly investment that's really standing in the way?
Probably the total.
Yeah, total.
Total?
Yeah.
That's it?
Didn't know if we wanted to spend quite that much, but
Okay. Well, I want to put your mind at ease for a second. You can go into the marketplace and get an acrylic system put in your house for less money than a Bathwrap system. A standard acrylic system being installed in this marketplace, it's not Bathwrap, standard. That's standard materials, standard installation, standard everything, warranty, service, everything, about half. So you could get something put in there, in your case, instead of around, I don't know, $4,500. If this was $4,500, what would you have said?
oh, take it.
Okay. There's a reason why there's a difference between the standard and the Bathwrap system, and they lie in the exclusives. For example, the tub itself is a virgin acrylic. Standard material out in the marketplace is non-virgin. It's not a custom fit, it's an almost fit. This one difference right here in the total makeup of this price is about 7% between of the total compared to what an average would be. In your case, that's $585. The triple lock seal system, for example, that guarantees that there's no moisture or water to go in there. That upgrade over standard, where most people, they just put the acrylic up against the wall, not a lot of attention to detail in the sealant, and very little of them use this flashing in the corner. That's really the exclusive piece of this. That's an 11% upgrade over standard. In your case, another $920. Then we talked about the length of time in business, our company and the quality of installation. Now a standard installer, just picking somebody off the street, they might do cabinets one day, windows the next, and happen to do tub liners on Thursdays. Going to an expert installer, certified installer through our factory, it's another 9% upgrade. In your case, $753. The silver ion impregnation in the acrylic that prevents mold and mildew from ever growing, 6%. You get standard, not have it in there, and again, without going through all of them that are there, is there any one of those items that you would want to leave out of your bath system to save money?
Probably not.
No, probably not.
See, once you start taking all those things out, it's no longer what you said you wanted to have, right?
Right.
True. You guys spent an awful lot of time tonight convincing me that this is what you wanted to have. Doesn't it make sense to spend a little bit more than what you planned on to get exactly what it is that you need and want to have in your home, than not spend enough and settle for something that's probably not going to perform the way that you want it to? Have to start cleaning again over and over, maybe have to replace it later down the road because it wasn't installed right. Now again, I know it's a little bit more than you wanted to, but you're not willing to sacrifice, right? Is it safe to say that you would do this over the next 30 days while it's on sale? You wouldn't call back and spend more for it,
No.
right?
No.
Okay.
Less is always good.
All right. 93% of our business, over 90% of our business anyway, is done on the initial visit. I mean, there's people see it, they like it, they want to go ahead with it. And people that do that save us a lot of money and a lot of time. And so we reward families like yours for doing that. See, on any given day, I can be from the bottom of the state to the top of the state. And if you were to call me back in 30 days and say, Brian, I want to do this, do you think I'd go give a new presentation to somebody else, or would I come to your house and write the order?
Come to our
Yeah,
house.
rate the order.
I'd come to your house and write the order. And so by doing that, I call the other people up and tell them I ain't coming. They get mad at us and they never reschedule. Like tonight, did you set this time aside for us tonight?
Yes.
If I'd have called you the last minute, said Jim Tracy can't come, I gotta run over here and write an order, how happy would you have been?
Not so
Very.
much.
We're calling somebody up. So what we've done, we figured out what the average cost that was of the lost appointments, and we started giving that to the folks that do business with us on the initial presentation, because it saves us time and money, so we save them. The number's 7%. So that's another $630, bringing your total investment down to just $83.70. We don't change the quality, we don't change the labor, we don't change the warranty, we just give you that incentive. Now this price also falls under our best value guarantee. Are you familiar with what that is?
No.
What that is, it's an in-writing statement that says that this bath system installed in your home, the way that we do it, is the least expensive bath system installation that exists in this area, and we guarantee it in writing. Meaning if you found somebody that could put a virgin acrylic tub in, wall system, guarantee it for a lifetime, the way we do it with the same features and credentials for less money, we would match that price and then give you an additional 10% of the difference off for your inconvenience. Now, doesn't that remove the risk of overspending,
Oh, yeah.
Definitely.
right? All right, closing steps. So we're just going to walk through the price delivery and the closing steps and how easy it is for the customer to buy from you right now. Now, if you remember, the first step is cost versus value. So we're going to reintroduce cost versus value and ask them if they remember what the cost was. So it looks like this. Now, Mr. and Mrs. Jones, I've totally calculated your new dream bathroom for you, and I want to go over it with you. But before I do that, do you remember what the average price of a minor bathroom remodeling was in this market? Doesn't matter what they say, because you're going to pull it out and show it to them. That's right, it's only $15,552. Now, the reason I bring this up is our customers tell us that when they look at the total investment from Bathwraps compared to what the average is it's a great value, and that's why more families like to move forward. So, but this is for the entire bathroom, so one of the first things that we need to do is break out the components that are not in the wet areas. So say to the customer, you know, Mr. and Mrs. Jones, this does include everything in the bathroom. That's the tub, the walls, the floor, the toilet. Now we're focusing on your wet area, which is the biggest part. So what I want to do is pull that stuff out so that you can get a good idea what the averages are for the wet area. Does that make sense? Now if you went into the marketplace, you got yourself a brand new toilet and had it installed, any idea what that would cost you? A couple $100? Let's double. Let's get a really good toilet, fancy toilet, call it around $500. Now you got to get a new vanity. What's a new vanity cost these days? A couple $100? More like $1,500 for a nice one when it's installed. Then you've got flooring, 35 square feet in a 5x7 bathroom, around $350 if you use $10 as a square foot for tile as an average. This upgraded a little bit. You got another $500 in the floor. And then would it be fair to say to accessorize the rest of the bathroom, the paint, the light bars, the rest of the stuff, could easily be another $1,500? If you add all that up, there's $4,000. When you subtract that from the average, you're down to 11, what is that, 552. You see where I got that number from, Mr. and Mrs. Jones? Now, that's an important commitment that you have to ask, because now this is the wet area average in this marketplace to do it. Now again, Mr. and Mrs. Jones, the reason I bring this up is if this is an average, we have to remember that an average is as close to the bottom as it is to the top. Now when you looked at the Bathwraps material and the way that we do it, would you say that we would be below average, average, or above average in terms of quality of product, installation, and all those things? So we're probably responsible for bringing these averages up. Does that make sense? See, we can do all the custom work that we discussed, include, and then just list everything that you're doing in that bathroom, and then say for only, whatever your price is in this case, $95.18. Can you appreciate, Mr. and Mrs. Jones, why more families move forward with Bathwraps? Because it is an exceptional value compared to the averages. Now that's called the value commitment. It's one of the first major commitments that you need to get in the price delivery. Continue by selling this number. They've got to buy this number before they can buy any other number that you discount off of this price. This is our everyday low price, Mr. and Mrs. Jones. And it's good for 365 days. That means if we received an on-the-spot material increase or a labor increase during that time, we wouldn't pass it on to you. Is that fair to you? See, got another commitment. But you saw us at the fair, or you saw us at the showroom, or you called in off the tel, whatever it is, and they gave you a coupon. That coupon was worth 10%, or in your case, a full $951. I want you to listen to the language here. When I said this number, I said only $95.18. The discount, I said $951. It means more to the customer when you say it that way. we take that $951 off your everyday low price of $95.18, which brings your total investment down to just $85.67. How does that compare to the averages? Now, this price, Mr. and Mrs. Jones, is good for 30 days. Now, is it safe to say if you were to do this, you would do it while it's on sale, you wouldn't call back and spend more for it, would you? Now see, right here, we're starting to create a funnel. In the funnel, we're going to funnel them down to the lowest price, and that creates urgency. So we got a year price, now we have a 30-day price, and now we just got a commitment that they wouldn't call back and spend more for it. How important do you think that's going to be to you when you deliver the initial presentation discount? We're going to be able to hold them to that. So this price is good for 30 days. It's safe to say, Mr. and Mrs. Jones, if you were to do it, you would do it while it's on sale, you wouldn't call back and spend more, right? I understand. We have two convenient ways to make this easy for all of our customers to get started. The first option would be the cash plan, where the cash plan would take a 50% deposit with the order, which in your case would be $42.35, and then the balance, when it's completely installed to your satisfaction, of $42.35. Now I understand, and every market's different, your pay structure may be different. This is just an example. Just watch how it works. The next option is our budget plan. Instead of the $42.35, we only need $8.56 to get started. And then the balance would be handled on a monthly investment of only $296 per month. Now when you do this, Mr. and Mrs. Jones, which one of those plans will work best for you? That's the assumption clause. The majority of your order should happen right here. 2 out of 10, you should be getting right here, provided you did a great presentation, got all your commitments, you're enthusiastic, you designed them a bathroom that they had to have and they love, so you're just asking them for the business. If they pick a plan, write the thing up. We don't have to spend a whole lot of time, but there's really only 3 things they will say to you right here. They will say cash, budget, or I need to think about it. Now, that's 2 of the 3 responses are favorable to an order, so you have a 66% chance of writing an order right here. But let's just say the customer said, I need to think about it. There's a couple of little things we need to do here before we move into the next close, which is the total offer concept. We want to isolate a method of payment if they were to do it. So just simply ask, after a 4-second pause, if you were to do it, Mr. or Mrs. Jones, would you go with the cash plan or would you go with the budget plan? Brian would probably go with the budget plan. Cross out cash. Next question to ask, are you comfortable with the initial investment? Yeah. Put a check mark next to it. Are you comfortable with the monthly investment? No, Brian, I'm not. Hypothetically, if you were to do it, where would you have felt more comfortable with the monthly investment? Brian, under $200. So if it would have been $200, you would have done it? No matter what they say, we're going to move now into the total offer concept close to rebuild the value before we discount any further and write the order. Total offer concept. Now, the reason that you do the total offer concept is to resell the exclusives that they committed to earlier. Just think about it. It was probably in 45 minutes to an hour ago that you were discussing the individual components of the bathroom and all the exclusive features and benefits that they get by doing it. So now we're going to attach a value to each one of those and ask them what they would like to take out to lower the price. Because remember, the customer said it's a little bit more than they can afford. And instead of just dropping your pants and discounting it, we want to resell the value of the things they agreed with. So to start it off, you go back to the list price or the everyday low price and tell them, so Mr. and Mrs. Jones, I understand that it may be a little bit more than you're comfortable with, and I also want to let you know that you can go into the marketplace and you can get a bathroom done for less. In many cases, you can get a standard wet area replacement using standard materials, standard labor, standard company, standard warranty for about half of what the Bathwrap's project would be. But there's reasons for that. For example, do you remember we talked about the custom manufacturing? How do you benefit from that? So you ask them and have them start feeding it back to you, and they say things like, well, it'll exactly fit, it'll be exactly installed, there'll be no gaps or those things. Once they start feeding that back, it is muscle memory to them. They start repeating all the reasons why they wanted to do business. Now we're going to tell them how much that's worth. Well, that one item is a 6% upgrade over standard materials, or in your case, $571. What about the virgin acrylic? Now remember we talked about the virgin acrylic versus standard acrylic. How did you benefit from virgin acrylic? Well, it won't crack, it won't fade, it won't do those things. That's right. Now in your case, it's 5% upgrade over standard. It's only $475. What about the triple lock seal? And you pull it back out and you show it to them. And what did that do for you? Well, it prevents leaking, and it's going to last for a lifetime. It's part of the one thing that keeps the warranty intact. You're right, that one item right there is a 7% upgrade over standard installation, or $667. And what about the sealant that we use in the corners? Seam lock versus traditional caulking. How do you benefit from the seam lock? And they feed those benefits back. That's a 4% upgrade over standard, or $380. Remember, Silver Shield is impregnated into the acrylic, and what does it prevent? Mold and mildew. That is a 6% upgrade, or $571. Then the factory certified installation, the lifetime warranty, 8%, 4%, or $762 in your case, or $380. Mr. and Mrs. Jones, which one of these would you leave out to save money? And when they say most likely, well, none of it, I want all of these things. You've just resold the value of your product. Now close on this by saying to them, doesn't it make sense to spend a little bit more than what you wanted to get exactly what you need, and more importantly, what your bathroom needs? Then not spend enough and settle for something that's not going to perform the way that you need it to. You spend an awful lot of time convincing me that this is the bathroom that you want. If I can make this fit into your budget, can I earn your business? Initial presentation discount. So now after you've resold the value with the total offer concept and got the commitment that they've convinced you that they wanted this bathroom and that if it was affordable, that they would do business with you, now we're going to deliver the initial presentation discount. There's a suggested way to sell this idea, this concept in your training manual. I understand that every company is different and they justify the one-day discount for different reasons, but there's a couple of things to remember when you do it. You want to have it validated, something in writing that validates the reason why and justifies why you're giving this discount for them today. If that's not done, it'll come across as high pressure and it won't make sense to them. So you want to validate it. Get with your reps at Bathwraps to get the material, the written letters, etc., so that you're prepared when you go in the home. So if you remember, before we did the total offer concept, we got a commitment that it was a great value, they would do business while it's on sale, wouldn't call back for it later. They were comfortable with the initial deposit, they were uncomfortable with the monthly investment, and said they would do it if it was around $200. So now let's pick up where we left off. So Mr. and Mrs. Jones, by taking the initiative to move forward on the initial visit, we reward our customers for that. So we would take our everyday low price that is only $95.18, that's on sale for $85.67, and you receive an additional $429 off, bringing your total investment down to just $81.38. With a new initial deposit of only $813, your new monthly investment will be only $166 per month. Why don't we go ahead and get started? That's where the rest of the majority of your orders should come, because you've sold the list price, your sale price, your today price, you committed them to a number that they would feel comfortable in buying with, and now you just beat it or you just nailed it. In the event they don't move forward, they might say, well, we need to think, shop, sleep. We're going to remove now any of their fear or apprehension with the assurance of lowest price. Now this is a document that you want to print off and be able to put on the table with them. You can get it from your reps, it's in your training material. This is one of the steps most salespeople forget to use. This is a powerful close if it's used right here. So you just simply say to the customer, so if you had already shopped around or you had looked at all the other options and you still felt this was the best option, the best price point, would you have felt more comfortable in moving ahead? Well, yes, Brian, naturally. We got to make sure that we're not overspending. So what you're saying is, It's not that you can't afford it now at this point, you just want to make sure that you're not overspending, and you want to make sure that you're getting the best value for the dollar, right? Well, we've taken that risk away. We understand this is a big decision, and we want you to feel comfortable in doing this, and we only want your business when you feel comfortable. That's why we guarantee you in writing, this is an assurance of lowest price. Simply what it says is if you can find a product made this way with the same benefits, a lifetime guarantee, installed the way that we install it from a company as reputable as we are, for less money, we'll match that price plus an additional $100 for your inconvenience. Doesn't that remove the risk of overspending? Why don't we go ahead and get started when you're getting the best value? This changes everything, because now you're telling them, go ahead, shop all you want if you need to, because if somebody has something like this for less, they're going to match it. They have no risk in moving forward. If they say no, they still need to think, shop, sleep. Now we move into downgraded clothes if you're not selling a vanilla package. So meaning if you've already designed white on white and chrome fixtures, really hard to downgrade at this point, and you would move into the consultation summary. But let's say that you designed, it was white tub and you've got the high-end walls and all the high-end fixtures up there. Now you would move into a downgrade close. Well, Mr. and Mrs. Jones, I could do your bath for less. For example, if we took this out, this out, this out, and just did white tub, white walls, chrome fixtures, it would only be, instead of $95.18, recalculated, it would only be $79.15 on sale for whatever that would be, $69.59, and just rework all of these numbers and ask them to buy again. More than likely, they're going to say what? No, I want what I originally done. Now all you have to do is sell the difference between here and here. For hypothetically, let's say that that was 65 for the white on white. It was 81.38 on the today price for the everything they picked, the high-end walls and tub and fixtures, and say, you know, Mr. and Mrs. Jones, for just a couple of $1,000s more, really a couple of dollars a day, doesn't it make sense to get exactly what you want? If they say no at this point, next step is consultation summary. Now what this does is two things. One, it allows them to recommit to you all the reasons why they want to do it and tell you exactly why they don't want to do it, and then simultaneously verifying and validating these time-sensitive price points. This is good for a year, this is good for 30 days, and this is good for today only. So in the consultation summary, which is on the back of the written needs assessment, so if you're using the iPad for the needs assessment, you'll want to print this off separately and you go over. It has questions on it that say, your total investment for this was only $95.18, it's good for 365 days. It says it right on the paper. Then it's a report card style questions. Did you like the representative that came to the house? Yes, no. Did they answer all of your questions? Yes, no. Do you feel that the company would satisfy your needs? Yes, no. Were you comfortable with the warranty? Yes, no. What did you like most about the product? Was there anything you didn't like about the product? And then the big one at the bottom, what's the main reason for your decision today? And if they're not moving forward, they're going to tell you what? The price. So they've re-isolated on this document all the reasons they wanted to do it, and there's only one thing that's standing in the way. Now at this point, the last close is the 3-question close, which sets you up to negotiate. I know every company is different, but now you're going to negotiate on this number right here. You could be $100 away or $30 away, or they may even jump at this number right here and go ahead with that low monthly payment that you get. The point of this is you've got to be willing to complete all 10 steps. Ask yourself, after you watch it on the training video, read it in your training manual, look at this and listen to it in your car, if you completed all 10 steps of the closing sequence every time, would you sell more? If the answer is yes, take the time to learn it. I promise you, you will make more money by following this system. Good luck, good selling.